And we are back here in NOLA Motorsports Park, getting ready for our second F4 race of the day and of the weekend. Each group in our Formula divisions will be running 3 rounds this weekend, but things are starting to build up in the pre-grid area, so let's head down trackside. Here's Ben Sissel.
Thank you very much, Ralph. I'm here with the Formula 4 United States Championship Race 2. We've got Cooper Shipman here, who had an unbelievable race in race number 1 here. But we can see their qualifying is based on their fastest laps from the last race. So Cooper Shipman on the podium in the last race, but wasn't the fastest lap. But you can see here, he had the fastest lap, and now he's on brand new hand-cooked tires with the Kiwi Motorsport Ganassi Racing number 1-4. Then we come back here to Alex Popoff. Alex Popoff actually was in the hospital Thursday, then drove here. He had a little bit of food poisoning, drove like I think 15 hours to get to NOLA to be able to race, but he wants me to mention the Majestic RV with Alex Popoff and the Dr. Michael Thompson. That's his sponsors, and we want to make the sponsors happy to keep these drivers in here, because I think Alex Popoff, the talent that we've seen, he's going to be running for a championship. Then we go to Kekai Hawaneo, unbelievable driver. I need to mention Anywhere Transport. You see this beautiful Anywhere Transport. I was talking to him about that here earlier on in the pits. He's with Crosslink Motorsports, but Kekai Hawaneo, I believe, came from 6th place to win the race in our last F4 U.S. Championship race. So quite a feat for him. Then we come over here to Mr. Campbell here, all the way from Canada, Caleb Campbell, but he wants us to talk about the Kids Help Phone. And talking about Caleb Campbell, we have our F4 champion, then our Formula Regional Americas championship from last year, Patrick Woods-Toth, here helping out his Canadian friend. Patrick, what are you telling Caleb out there on the track in that first race?
Most importantly, we got to do all the laps. I mean, race 1 we had a good race, but we spun out at the end. But yeah, it's a long championship, so just trying to stay consistent.
Well, Patrick Woods-Toth knows what he's talking about. I believe one of only 3 to win F4, go right to FR and win that championship. So he definitely knows what he's talking about with his friend there, Caleb Campbell. Then we come back here, the number 54, beautiful car. You can see there's Connor Grant with a Scuderia Buell all the way from Ireland. So just a beautiful car. The Scuderia Buell really knows how to prepare some cars. Then Clemente Huerta. We were speaking to him earlier. He was saying that he actually likes racing in the rain, so he was pretty excited about what we're seeing, but they had a dry race earlier on today and a dry race today. You can hear these beautiful sounding V4s, the Ligier Storm V4 by Super HP. But watch for Clemente Huerta to move up through the field. Another Crosslink here. Dimitri Nolan. Crosslink, you need to watch them on social media, because I've seen video crews all over the place getting some great shots for Dimitri Nolan, for Kekai Arbogast, the 303rd Rescue Squadron with Dumbo there on the field. So 8 cars to make the start. Going through, it looks like Dimitri might be, I'm gonna look, because everybody's on the sticker hand cooks. Yeah, Dimitri's got the stickers. So everybody for race 2 is on the new sticker hand-cooked tires. So we might be breaking some lap records out there, breaking some records here at NOLA Motorsports Park. We're about to get going, Ralph, so I'm going to send it back up to you in the booth.
All right, Ben, thank you. Looks like another great field of cars ready to go. They put on a good show earlier. Our F4 U.S. Championship. Round number 2, race number 2 here, I should say, round number 1. While they get ready to roll out, we'll go ahead and take care of some business so we don't miss any of the green flag racing action from here at NOLA.
good is this? Look at this view from Losowski.
It brings all my fans, it brings the audience into the car with me.
We turn 140-mile-an-hour entry speeds.
The quickest and most efficient way for me to get information to my drivers is from using the V-Box HD2 system.
There's Boris said.
One of the ways you overtake here at Sebring is really good in the braking zone, like this one right here.
Both go around. There's the green. We are back and at it. Watch this. Oh, look out, Miller, look out.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Haggerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Haggerty, let's drive together.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance, priced to make your project affordable. And it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
If you have to talk to the producer for some reason, talk back one. And Bruno Ribeiro joining me in the booth. Welcome, Bruno.
Hi, Ralph. Nice to meet you. I'm really happy to be here commentating in the F4 US Championship. Super proud to be here. And yeah, I'm really happy overall.
You had a busy morning, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 races. A bit tired, not gonna lie. A bit tired after doing a lot of laps. But yeah, had some problems on the first race. Secured a podium on the second one. And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Okay. What do you expect to see with our F4 US Championship here as they get ready for their second race of the day?
I'm expecting my team mainly to be competitive. I'm cheering, of course. I'm trying to be not too much bias involved, but I'm cheering for Cooper. All the Kiwi crew is working so hard, and I hope they get a good result this weekend.
Yeah, your team, of course, Kiwi Motorsports. One of the bigger operations in the paddock, isn't it?
Yeah, we got a lot of cars, and we're working so hard this season to try to get good results. And yeah, every time they get a good result, I'm happy. They're happy, and yeah, I just want to see them doing well in every series, of course.
Track is completely dried out now. And we've still seen a few patches, especially along the grass, where there's been some water still sitting there, but not really on the racing line.
Yeah, especially in race 2 here at FR, the curbs were wet, but the asphalt was okay. So I still think the curbs are wet, so the drivers will need to be a bit careful this race, but I'm sure everyone's gonna get along well.
So Bruno, you can really see those flags whipping around out there. How is that impacting the handling of the cars?
A lot. That makes a total difference. Even in practice, we would compare telemetry, and we would see that the wind made a lot of difference, especially when there's a tailwind on the straight or a headwind. So yeah, that's really important. Also on how it affects the toe of the cars when you're behind someone. So yeah, that affects everything.
Well, the field is rolling out behind the Ginetta pace car, and we should be underway here shortly. Like everybody's away. Does the wind affect you in one area of the racetrack more than another?
Not necessarily. I mean, I would say yes, because sometimes there's a tailwind and there's a headwind. So usually when there's a headwind, the corners there are a bit easier, but of course you're slower on the straights. The tailwind pushes you, so of course you're gonna be a bit up on the delta on the main straight. So yeah, especially on lap time, on practice qualifying, that you see the times. Yeah, that makes a lot of difference.
Well, right now, the way those flags are blowing across the grandstand there, looks like the wind is blowing the majority of it across the racetrack. So, keep an eye on that.
Yeah, funny thing about crosswind is that sometimes the car pulls a bit to the right, to the left when you're going up the main straight. So yeah, that makes you a bit, how do you say it, cautious, wanting to pull the car a bit left. So yeah, that's funny.
Have you noticed anything else about the racetrack today that is maybe something you weren't expecting or something different?
I was hoping that the track would drive faster. I mean, even from race 1 we saw, at FR we saw a lot of different strategies with the rain. The sun came out, but the track dries up really slowly. And as you can see, we got some sun out. The track seems to be dry from when you're driving, but the curbs in between them, it's really wet, so the drivers got to watch out.
Here's a look at the grid lineup. Cooper Shipman on the pole, Alex Popoff alongside, then Keiki Howe and Neo, and Caleb Campbell rounding out the top 4. And the rest of the field back to Ty Arbogast in 8th. So look at the very fast S's. What's the key to getting through the S's well?
I would say that the main thing about this track on the S's is there's a lot of bumps now. We've seen that as the years go by, the track gets a little bumpier. So through the S's, I would say it's just managing the curves, being patient. And yeah, that makes a lot of lap time being patient there.
Pace car is off. Field is on the front straightaway, waiting on that green flag. racing. Shipman quickly jumping out to the lead. Popoff trying to hang with him. And Kike coming alongside as well in the 29. There you see him swinging out to the outside. But it's Shipman leading into turn number 1. Popoff in second. Neo third. Grant, Campbell, Huerta, Nolan, and Arbogast. Here's Popoff making a challenge for the lead already early on in this one, and a battle for second as well. It looks like Grant trying to get inside of Neo. But now you see Shipman already starting to pull away a little bit.
No, Popoff passed him actually, and now he's in the lead.
Oh.
Managed to do a very committed pass on the outside there. Yeah, Cooper was just a bit too careful there, but yeah, at the end of the day, he's got to put his head down and focus. He's got the speed, and I think he'll move forward.
Yeah, Popoff out front. Shipman back here to third. Neo running up in second. Here's the 32. Arbogast getting inside. I believe that's Nolan in the 5. Popoff, who earlier in the week, as Ben pointed out at the beginning of the show, is dealing with food poisoning, which is never fun. Anybody who's ever had that knows how miserable that can be. And here he is leading the race, race number 2 of the weekend for our Formula 4 United States Championship. There's one of those puddles way off on the side of the racetrack he found.
Yeah, we can see the cars going there and the water just going up. And yeah, you don't want to get any close to them. They absolutely destroy your laps, and yeah, that leaves you a bit under pressure from the cars behind.
That was Shipman and Campbell battling over third. Huerta right behind that. Nolan, Arbogast, and Grant.
Popoff seemed to be pulling away really early here. He's got some pace. And yeah, it's nice to see him just putting his head down and doing some laps after that great pass around the outside.
We talked about being patient through those S's. Somebody was not. You can see all the grass on the inside.
Yeah,
up onto the racetrack. Oh, somebody else going right back through the same zone.
Sometimes you see some grass there at the exit of the S's. Some people go off there. It's really common. And any little mistake through the S's, it's really just hurts you really bad. Because if you have a moment there, you gotta completely lift. And when there's so much momentum going on in the S's, that really hurts you. Anything hurts you.
Great shot from our drone there as the field comes by. There's a good look at Campbell in the 68, currently holding down the 4th position. Popoff with a 143.8. Quick lap. Everybody, of course, running the hand-cooked tires, the official tire supplier of the F4 U.S. Championship. This is the Ligier JFC 422 chassis, which debuted in 2024 here. Everybody getting 2 sets of tires. Running the Ligier Storm V4 engine, producing 180 horsepower in a car that just weighs 1,195 pounds without the driver. Quite a powerful piece.
Yeah. It's really nice to see. This is a relatively new series, so I was really impressed on how the car is built, and yeah, it just looks really nice, and I'm really glad that we have a new series going on.
You see how quickly the wind is blowing all that grass out of there.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind going on at the moment. I think since the beginning of the week it's just been really windy, and that affects the car and how you drive. So the fast drivers really know how to deal with that, and that makes them gain a little bit more on the others who aren't paying attention to that as much.
That's Nolan and Arbogast coming up. Grant has exited the racetrack. There's the 17 of Huerta back in 5th, and here's Nolan and Arbogast. Oh, I think we know who got off into the grass.
Yeah, you could
Nolan
see the grass on the front wing there.
Meanwhile, Awenio rolling along here, showing in 2nd. His orange racer. Crosslink Motorsports entry. They've had a good day so far. Crosslink picking up a couple of wins earlier in the day. And here's Alex Popov. Grant accelerates back out onto the track. Of course, Popov's dad was a very successful racer in his own right. Strong IMSA competitor and numerous other championship series. Here's Grant back out on track. And here's Nolan and Arbogast still battling over 6th. Campbell here in 4th, black, blue, and yellow.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Popov's speed. He's just really pulling away at the moment. And yeah, the race seems to be under his belt right now. He just needs to keep his head down, make no mistakes. He's got a pretty good gap on him, and yeah, let's see how it goes from now.
4.8 seconds between him and Awenio on the last lap. Popov had a great run going in the first race of the day, but has slipped away from him as well. Trying to right that ship a little bit here now.
See, Cooper's trying to get by Kikai, and I think he's just a little bit stuck right now, trying to find some momentum, trying to find good exit speed to get by Kikai. And yeah, it's just really not helping him right now. But all the dirty air, all the high-speed corners in this track, it becomes a bit harder to overtake than tracks like Road America and tracks that are really long straights that help you overtake. So yeah, you can see he's a little bit stuck right now. He might got some better speed, but yeah, it's just really hard to pass with all that dirty air.
Yeah, Shipman is pushing pretty hard. So when you have to deal with that dirty air, what do you do?
When you have to deal with the dirty air, like normally we usually just pull a bit to the side, try to make a different line, try to make the over-under, you know, to get a better exit and try to compensate with that. But in some tracks, you gotta stay on the line, and yeah, you just lose a bit of momentum. Especially here in the S's is where you get that big aero wash, and it's really hard to make a move in 13 if you don't get the S's like perfect. So yeah, you can see that you really need to get a great speed through those S's to make a move there.
Watching Grant up onto the front straightaway. Should be seeing Popov come into view here shortly. There he is. In the final two corners. Neo and Shipman still fighting over second place here. So as we watch behind Popov, looks like Shipman staying right in line with him though, even though that's where that dirty area is, correct?
Yeah, on the straight you really have to maximize the toe though, so I think he might be trying some different lines behind him to try to compensate with that dirty air, but he's not gaining any momentum on him right now. Even though he's very quick, it's just really hard to get by him at this moment.
Closes up here.
He just needs to keep doing that, making him make mistakes, showing up on the mirrors. That's really distracting when you're the driver in front. When the driver behind just moves under braking, you know, shows up on your mirror left and right, that can be really distracting when you're trying to defend your position.
Oh, a little bit of a slip there by Neo. Shipman not able to be close enough to take advantage of it. Yeah, Shipman seems to have a lot of speed in these tighter, more technical sections of the racetrack.
Yeah, you could see that. He's just trying everything right now, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to keep his head down, try to find some spots, show it on the mirror left and right, try to make him make an error, and yeah, just keep digging.
Here he is looking inside. Cube 3 architecture, turn number 1. But Shipman was right there, but Neo carried all the speed around from the outside. Now Shipman looking inside here. That time it's going to work. That was a nice solid move.
Yeah, that was a great move. Just put alongside in turn 1, trying to make a move, and then try it again in turn 3, was more committed, and that really worked for him.
Now we'll see if he can pull away. He's opened up a couple of car lengths on him already. And that's Popov, pretty much by himself now.
Yeah, I mean, all the cars behind him were just fighting a little bit, so he just kept putting on fast laps, had amazing pace, and yeah, just managed to pull away as Cooper and Kikai were just fighting behind and towing off of each other, and yeah, Alex just managed to pull away.
Shipman doing the same for Neo. Closing in on 11 minutes remaining. Here's a pass for second place. Neo did a good job of defending the first attack. But then Shipman goes inside. There just wasn't anything you could do at that point.
Yeah, great move by Cooper. Just committed well, defended later, and yeah, gained a spot.
Gap just inside of 8 seconds between first and second place with 10.5 minutes to go. Popov solid through the S's on that lap. There's a lot of room coming off that last corner there to use all the way up onto those curving there.
Yeah, one thing on the last corner that's really important is track limits. So in qualifying and race, they really enforce it. So, in fact, if you go 4 tires there, especially in FR, they delete your lap time. So you gotta be really careful over there and really focus on getting on power early, and yeah, not abusing too much of the track.
We've talked with a few of the teams and drivers about the bumps around the circuit. How do you deal with them?
Yeah, especially in FR where the car is really powerful, sometimes it's really hard to deal with them. But yeah, it's a bumpier track. We need to make some setup adjustments with that. But yeah, it's a really fun track to drive.
Neo trying to stay within reach. Watching Grant working his way around. He's been on and off pit road. And here's our battle back here with Nolan and Arbogast. Still squabbling over 6th position. .9 seconds now, the gap between Popoff and Shipman. Seven and a half minutes remain as Popoff continues to lead. We watch him work his way through the back section of the racetrack. Winning these championships, Bruno, you then get the scholarship to move up. That's such a huge part of this, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, when you're driving, you're always thinking about that. You're always thinking about finishing the races all the time, you know, being consistent throughout the championship. That's what gets you the scholarship, and that's really important to drivers, you know, who are also struggling on budget-wise, and yeah, that really helps drivers, young, talented drivers, to move up in their careers.
And what is your goal?
Well, my goal as a racing driver is to go to IndyCar and IMSA. I'm sure a lot of these drivers are also with the same goal. And yeah, that's just the pinnacle of motorsport here in the USA.
This battle with Campbell in the 68, Berta in the 17. They're fighting over 4th. Campbell has that position for now. Campbell in the 68. The yellow wing. Oh, Campbell getting a little wide there. Opens the door for Huerta. And Campbell right back on the inside. But I thought Huerta was going to pull that off.
Yeah, I thought so as well. You seem to be fighting pretty hard right now.
Clement Huerta, knowing that the laps are winding down as we're inside of 5.5 minutes to go, pushing hard to try to make Campbell get into a mistake.
Yeah, you can see as the race goes on and the timer goes down, you can see drivers start getting more aggressive.
Boy, they're side by side there, weren't they?
Yeah.
And again, Campbell comes out in front. by far the best fight on the track right now. Here he comes inside again, pulls up alongside, then to the outside, back to the inside. But that is good hard racing here in our F4 US Championship as we're fighting over 4th position. Huerta in the black 17, Campbell in the blue and yellow 68. Across the line, it's Huerta by maybe the length of the front wing. By the time we get to turn 1, Clement Huerta is going to lay claim to the position. But look at Campbell trying to fight back on the outside. Do you give an edge to either one of these drivers in any particular spot on the racetrack, Bruno?
I mean, it's really hard to see right now, but of course I'm cheering for my fellow Kiwi there, the fellow Kiwi driver there, and he seems to have some more speed right now, and yeah, I hope he keeps that position.
Maybe Huerta in the black 17.
Yep.
Santiago, Chile. Campbell from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, in the LC Racing Academy entry. All right, we're inside of 3.5 minutes, so we might have maybe lap, maybe 2 to go. Campbell's got to try to mount an attack here quickly. I think our leaders are going to see the white flag next time by.
Yeah, you can see there Cooper fighting with Kikai really hurt Cooper. The gap now seems to be a bit static. It's not, Alex is not pulling away as much right now. So I think that all that fighting with Kikai really hurt him. He wasn't able to make a move as early in the race as he wanted. And yeah, that seemed to have hurt him a little bit.
Tawanio right there in the 29 in 3rd. Oh, Campbell back under the inside of Huerta here. Takes 4th place back away. Boy, both of these drivers not afraid to stick that nose in, are they?
Nope. As the laps wind down, they really need to get aggressive. And yeah, especially...
Oh, man. Oh, boy, that got Huerta all kinds of loose, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of standing water there at the exit. We saw in that far race earlier, like some drivers are going there and going really close to it and getting loose and almost ending the race there. So these drivers got to be really careful there.
Campbell pulls back to the inside. Defensive move there. Huerta closes up in the center of the corner. Here's a look at this as Campbell makes the pass back on Huerta here. Deep on the brakes. Going into, was that turn 3? Through 4 here. Strong move. Meanwhile, here we go with the 5 of Nolan. There's the white flag. 1 to go as we're inside of 1 minute.
Yeah, I can see Alex pulled away a little bit more there. And yeah, he just did everything he needed to do. Passed early on, just put his head down, focused, got a good lead, and yeah, just kept it there. And yeah, deserving win.
Here's Alex Popoff working his way around on the final lap. No, that's Grant actually. Tail end of the field. There's Popoff behind him. There he is. Boy, he put together a strong run here, didn't he? Popoff in the MLT Motorsports Century out of Weston, Florida, making his way up onto the front straightaway. Here he comes to the checkered flag. Alex Popoff celebrating as he claims the checkers here in race number 2 for the F4 US Championship at NOLA Motorsports Park. Shipman will take second, and Howard Neo will finish in third, rounding out the podium. Here's that battle between Huerta and Campbell coming to the line for fourth. Who's going to hold on and take the position? Looks like Huerta is going to try to slide over and block and take the spot. Huerta just in front of Campbell. Then it should be Nolan and Arbogast coming up next. That's this group right here. That's Nolan in the orange and black number 5. Comfortably out in front of Arbogast in the black and green machine at this point. To the line. There they go. Nolan takes 6th, Arbogast will get 7th, and Grant will round out the field in 8th. Well, did you pick anything up out of that race to file away?
Yeah, I think especially from Alex, that was a great job there, putting it on P1. Great move. Just put his head down, got in some very fast, very consistent laps, and yeah, just managed to pull away every lap as the guys behind were fighting, and yeah, just something to take away from that race.
Here's a look at your results. Confirmation of its Popoff, Shipman, and Howard Neo on the podium here today. Gap was 9.7 seconds between Popoff and Shipman at the line. Alex just kept growing that, didn't he?
Yeah, just kept pulling away every lap. Put his head down, did some amazing laps. And yeah, Cooper as well was really quick, but it took him some time to overtake Kikai, and that was the key moment of the race that Alex just managed to pull away and yeah, win it.
Alex making his way over to the winner's circle. Here he comes. Podium area. There's Mo Murray coming on in. Ligier. All right, and Ben is there. Take it away, Ben.
Well, thank you, Ralph. I'm down here with Alex Popoff in this beautiful, majestic RV, Dr. Michael Thompson Formula 4 car. He was very disappointed with his third place finish today, and you can always tell on their faces when they're disappointed. You kind of see that fire behind the eyes. I saw that fire, the mark of a true champion, and here we have Alex Popoff winning the second race in F4 this season. How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, we've struggled all week. I've been sick as well, so to be in first place is just so good. Thank you to the team for, supporting me and giving me a good car to go and fight for the win.
Nice. And I know, explain to everybody, you were in the hospital Tuesday. You had to get here. You still don't feel 100%. How's it going?
Yeah, we had a really, really bad food poisoning. I mean, I had an IV in my arm on Tuesday at midnight, and we drove up Tuesday at Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. So it's been a long couple of days, and it's a really physical track, really bumpy, and it's a fast car, so we got to make do.
Can you say something to all of our Spanish-speaking fans?
Gracias por siempre apoyar, y vamos con la bandera venezolana arriba.
Well, Alex Popoff, nice job. I'm going to send it back up to you in the booth, Ralph.
Say, Bruno.
I don't speak Spanish actually. I speak Portuguese, but yeah, really solid drive by him. Really solid drive by Cooper, and yeah, really happy to see them on the podium.
All right. Well, we've got more racing coming your way. Bruno Ribeiro, thanks for coming by. Best of luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. It was really nice to come here, commentate for my first time, and yeah, really nice to be here.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you.
All right, for Ben Sissel, I'm Ralph Shaheen, and for Bruno as well. Stay with us. We're coming back to NOLA for more racing after this.
There at the start, and then yeah, we just didn't really have the pace to win today, so you know, got the next best thing, came home P2, and yeah, we'll work on it tonight and we'll be back better for tomorrow.
You and KK had a pretty good battle for that second spot in the early stages for sure.
Yeah, we were definitely having some fun out there, so yeah, it was really fun.
Anybody to thank?
Yeah, all of Kiwi Motorsport, also both of my parents, yeah, for helping me out.
Cooper Shipman, your second place finisher. Now let's talk to our winner. Third career win, first one in the season. What changes did you make? Because you had a rocket ship, my friend.
I think it all just came together. I mean, we got a really good car. The crew put in a ton of work, and yeah, it was one of those races. Felt really good.
Awesome. Anybody to thank?
The whole MLT crew is always Dr. Mike, my parents. I mean, always supporting me and believing in me. Yeah.
Congratulations, Alex Popoff, ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
Yes. Hon, the WeatherTech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector,